So this is a first of a new series that I'll do for natural colorants for baking, and I'll do one every season, and this one is for spring. So I am pouring some white chocolate into a glass measuring cup here to melt. You can use a microwave or stovetop. And next are the natural colors. This is beet powder. Next up is hibiscus, and this is actually a tea. You want it as finely ground as you can. It has a really lovely, sweet, flowery smell and taste. And the third one is organic lemon peel powder that I get from Mountain Rose Herbs. All the links will be listed below of where I get my natural colors. This is going to be for the decoration on the top. Some molded colored white chocolate flowers. I wanted to pick something that would not only be very pretty but easy for people to do. People like me who are not skilled when it comes to cake decorating, because that is me. I am not a good piper. I have trouble every time I try to pipe a cake. That's why I haven't tried to pipe on soaps. So here I am just carefully pouring the hot white chocolate into the first one, which is the lemon. And again, just like when I'm making my soaps, stir, stir, stir. Stir it in really, really well so that the hot chocolate kind of melts all the granules of the lemon and the colors, and it gets nice and smooth. I bought a whole bunch of these individual flower molds that are silicone. Some I use for soap, and then I have these for like cooking and baking with. When you get them into the molds, you just kind of want to spread it out as best you can to make sure that it's all in every nook and cranny so that the flowers unmold nicely. Even melted, the white chocolate is kind of thick, so kind of use a spoon and spread it around. And so the next one I'll be doing the hibiscus, and this was a really big surprise. Watch as I stir it in right now. When I use it to color candles, it makes a very light pink, so I was expecting that same light pink in this. I was not expecting this beautiful plummy purple that it made. I was just blown away at that. Look at that. What a surprise. You can't actually use hibiscus in soap. It doesn't turn pink or purple. It's actually just kind of brown and yucky, but it lends its, benefits to your skin. But I just couldn't get over this color. It was not what I expected at all. I thought I would have two shades of pink and yellow, and then the white of the natural white chocolate. So to have a bright purple was just a really great surprise and a bonus. And then the last of the colors that I used is the beet powder. And beet powder is important where you get it from. I will, again, like I said, I use mine from nuts.com. Is the best beet powder I've ever found. It has this bright magenta pink color and a really nice smell. It smells sweet and it tastes sweet too. It's awesome to put in like homemade ice creams, smoothies, milkshakes, anything like that. It's perfect for natural color baking because it keeps this beautiful color. I use it to make candles, but I've bought beet powder in the past that was a completely different, like brick red, and it smelled like an old basement and it didn't taste good, that's for sure. So it's really important where you get your beet powder. I would say, besides nuts.com, Anthony's Goods is another really good source for it too. When these were unmolded, I was surprised at how good they all taste. Of course, they have that white chocolate taste, but all three of these tasted really good and tasted like what they were colored with. The sweet beet, the floral hibiscus, and the lemon really tasted lemony. You want to think about that when you're doing natural color baking. You can't just pick things for the color that it's going to make. It also is going to have to taste good. So that's the difference in when you do it for soap or candles. You have to really think about the taste. Definitely you wouldn't want to use spirulina for cake. It's good in soap, but in cake it would taste like fish. So I put these in this glass dish and I put them in the freezer. Next we'll move on to the cake part. And I had bought dried mint leaves. This is what I used for my green. And it wasn't into a powder form. I had to actually run it through my spice grinder to get it into a nice fine powder to use for baking. And I'm adding in the water and the egg whites and the oil. You want to do a white cake recipe, not yellow, where you would put in butter and the whole eggs, because you want the cake part as white as possible so that it won't interfere with the natural colors. See, there goes the egg whites and the grapeseed oil. Coconut oil is another awesome oil to use for cake. It would keep it white and it would taste really good and be good for you as well. Some other natural greens that I thought about and I just wanted to throw out there for you if you wanted to alter this recipe. Basil would be good, rosemary, matcha tea, kale, because kale doesn't have quite as strong of a smell and scent and taste as spinach. Kale would be good. And also cilantro. If you're into cilantro, it has that flowery aspect and it makes a beautiful green too. Anything you can grind up into a fine powder, or buy that way. So here's the batter of the cake. And next is the cupcakes. After they have been baked and they were cooling, I always use these reusable silicone cupcake liners. Next, I put some of the mint in the frosting, which was just a buttercream frosting. And again, like I said, I have no piping skills, so if I can do this, so can you. This is the finished cupcakes. They turned out so pretty. I was just really happy. They turned out better than I even was hoping. This is the beet. See, I told you, what a pretty color. And on the sides was just where I put the frosting in a bag and piped it on with a star tip so it looked like leaves on the sides. Again, they're just blobs, but it gives you that effect. This one was white chocolate with beet in it, so it looked like a multicolored rose. This one was the lemon peel powder. Nice gold, yellow. And last, here is the hibiscus. It made such a nice purple. And the very last one was just some of the plain white chocolate, and I wanted to show you that you could put other little colors in the center and make it look like those kind of flowers. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment in the comments below if you try this out. I would love to know, and tag me on Instagram. There'll be another one this coming summertime. Take care.